right, two in one night. We must be doing some lucky things here. Jullus, inside the Tertium, is going to give us the next story quest, level 83, Alea lacta est. I believe that is all Latin, and I might not be pronouncing it correctly. Lacta, I believe I am. Alea? A-L-E-A? Or Alea? I don't know. Anyway, est is pretty straightforward. Here we go. You will accompany me back to your camp, where I will meet with your leader and present Lord Quintus's demands. Before we depart, however, there is something I would ask of you. Assuming your contingent complies, the supplies they surrender will need to be transported here. That task falls to Legionnaires Marcellinus and Octavia, who will pilot Magitech armor to your headquarters. You are to inform them that we are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the IYL. Ask the IYL, for further details. In those words. Once you've seen to that, meet me by the exit. Okay, yeah, I can mount here. We'll go almost straight south, a little bit of a westward tint. I still like using tint for that. What do you want with me? Says Octavia. I tell her the message. Ask the eel. Oh, so Lord Quintus has reached a decision. I knew he would understand, that he would recognize the savage is a ruthless, merciless creature, and to defeat him, we too must be uncompromising. I am ready. In the name of Emperor Varus, for the glory of Garlemald, I will fulfill my duty. That sounds like a suicide bomber. To the northwest is Marcellinus. Marcellinus. You again. I prefer the message. Ask the eel, he said. So, that's to be the way of it, after all this. He, wipes his brow. How ironic that you should be the one to deliver the news. If those are my orders, then so be it, for the glory of Garlemald. Any pauses that I gave in those voiceovers that I try to do well were ... dots. Intended pauses. And I am further convinced that an order has been given to be, well, possibly not specifically to be suicide bombers, but to attack, and likely with no hopes of returning after the attack. So still a suicide mission, in other words. Jullus is outside of the ramp. Have you done as instructed? My options are, their duties involve more than the transportation of supplies, don't they? Or, what do you mean by ask the eel? Their duties involve more than the transportation of supplies, don't they? Duty is rarely a simple thing. We have been given additional orders, though whether we will be required to follow them depends entirely on your contingent. You and I are in this together now. Like it or not, we have to cooperate. There is one other matter, a place I'd like to visit on the way to your camp. It's a short walk from here. Follow me. He does actually walk in the direction I'm to follow. That's nice. I guess technically I wasn't supposed to follow the twins last time, so I guess it makes sense. But I am actually following him, so he walked in the direction that I am to go. We see these bombs that look like the blue part of a flame, called Morozkos. Morozko. I added the S to be plural. Cool looking bomb. Cool. Yeah. Ah, no. No. No aggro. I've been avoiding aggro in these ruins. I think I see it. Yeah, there's the destination. Just jumping between ruined buildings and such. Here's Jullus, and we will wait at the destination. Jullus lingers by the ruins, reluctant to leave and reluctant to stay, unable to move on. Wait here? Sure. 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Cutscene, let's go. What are the odds he's gonna talk? So I don't have to. He's outside of a building looking. Oh, he's on the threshold.
This is my home. Our home.
Yeah, I suspected it was something very familiar to him and dear to him. This shocks me a little.
At least it was until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate.
Yeah. Ouch. Bad.
When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to. And I had to.
Oh, they were tempered? Fuck, that's worse in some ways. Actually, yeah, especially because you had to strike them down. Oh my god, dude. He puts a hand.
I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped.
On his weapon that looks like a gun blade, but
I promised.
Depending on what else happens in this quest, I think I've already found. I didn't have a chance to take the picture of it, a screen grab of it, but I think I found where my screen for this video is going to be. Thumbnail?
The Garlean flag bears a chain. The bonds between our countrymen.
Sure. Yeah, that's what the chain means.
A red link at its center. The blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us?
No, our gods really don't do that, except for like in very, 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 very specific circumstances, like Hydaelyn protecting us from Ultima and such, and from the three, I don't know what they're called in this game, but like ultimates of Ifrit, Titan, it wasn't Garuda in that one fight. Aside from that, Hydaelyn doesn't protect me, and I don't know if Hydaelyn is technically a god. Like, yeah, anyway. Hydaelyn is a very powerful.
Sorry, forget I spoke.
A very powerful Aeon. God, I can't remember what they're called in this game. Not summon, not Aeon, not Avatar. Primal. Hydaelyn is a very, very, very powerful primal. It's not a god, technically.
We should go.
It's no use.
We see Alea just kicking at a door. Let me take some notes here. We follow Jullus to our camp. There is something very fishy going on. We make a stop along the way with Jullus.
Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But she wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. Like she who? Yeah, I remember. The twins could probably handle most of these guys. Alea sits near Alphino, but then starts to scoot bit by bit closer to him for warmth, I would say. Until she's shoulder to shoulder, and then head on his shoulder.
It's so cold.
You're so cold. He leans
Painfully so. Unbearably.
his head against hers.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said.
Sorry.
About why no one would accept Garlean rule.
You're so cold, keep your hand in mine.
Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people, one race cleansed of imperfections.
Imperfections is in quotes. She's not agreeing with this.
A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum.
Wait, she has not stood. I can't really tell. Oh, she's
Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos, searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
Hold on a second. The twins philosophize. I'll figure it out later. Definitely spelled it. I'm surprised that my notes app so philosophize, and that ending z sound is a Z.
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics, to see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, Every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined.
Sorry. Ripping up a box to recycle it.
But it only spurs me onward. To find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
We have a dark screen. Now it's brightening to a cloudy sky. We're at our camp.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship.
Oh, they want the airship.
Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
Lucia is looking
So
stern.
in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
Why am I getting this weird, not foreshadowing at all, but is Alea going to be okay after this? I'm getting this weird feeling that, I mean, I very much could be wrong, but you play this game for a certain amount of time, you watch plenty of television and shows and movies and read books, and it kind of seems like they're, I hope I'm wrong. I probably am wrong, but it kind of seems like they're building up to Alea dying soon. I mean, they killed off Menphilia and Papalimo and various others, Moonbrita, etc. You know, Haurchefant. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Like once she
I
finally.
pray I am up to the task.
I pray I am up to the task. Sorry. Like when she finally gets her true conviction, you know. Or Alphino could, I don't know.
There'll always be naysayers.
We'll see.
Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know.
Ooh, or given the way the world is these days, it might be more likely they kill off Alphino. And Alea will take his place, but there will be a long arc of getting Alea to be okay with her grievance and... Well,
Don't ever change, you hear me?
hopefully I'm wrong.
If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alea.
They lean into each other once more, backs against some metal contraption. Is this me or Estinian? Someone with a polearm. Probably not me, because I'm with Jullus right now. Did Estinian rescue them?
The scouts have secured Alea and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed. I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
Bad ass. I love it.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Really want to do this, dude? Like, really? Some mechs start firing. With
Ambush!
some soldiers. 2 mechs. 6 soldiers.
More are coming! Make ready!
2 more mechs. 5 or 6 more soldiers.
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands
He draws his gun.
from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return!
He doesn't... He rushes Lucia.
Stop, both of you!
Runasena gives a big gust of wind as a conjurer, as you would, to try to make everybody calm the fuck down.
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea. Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies! Every word!
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
We flash to Quintus.
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision. Bereft of hope, and now dignity.
Oh my god. Stupid.
I release you from your duty. All of you. I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
Oh god, what are you gonna do? There's a pistol on the table. grabs it. Make sure it's... Oh, sorry. Loads it. Is this game really gonna have a scene of suicide by pistol in it? Really? Really? Final Fantasy XIV. Really? He puts the pistol's barrel in his mouth? Really?
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
Really?
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
Like, I'm not... Okay. Reality is reality, right? But really? I don't know if... Well... I've played video games, I suppose, where a character will, commit seppuku, you know, which is an honorable, or it used to be I don't know if it's still honorable, but like an honorable Japanese tradition of killing yourself because you have lost honor, so you're trying to regain it by blah blah. But I don't think any video game I've ever played has really had a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Oh, well, I don't know. I've played a lot of games, but I don't think so. We're about to find out what happens, I guess. That's crazy, though. Indeed, we see a splatter of blood on the flag that has been talked about before. A dead Quintus with a pistol laying by his side, and the cutscene goes black. Really? Okay, alright. We'll talk to Lucia here at Camp Broken Glass and finish the quest. It's probably going to be all for me tonight. Not because I'm feeling triggered or anything like that, but because my fiance should be done with her morning stuff. Yeah, she's 13 hours ahead of me, so it's morning for her, but much and more has occurred since last we met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. And that's the end. That was Lucia, by the way, my best ability to impersonate that voice. Alea lacta est is complete. This video is complete. I will see you next time. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as you can for that last frickin'... Oh my god. Anyway, bye-bye for now.